Hey, it's Josh over at J&H. Today we're taking a look at the Penn Spinfisher V SSV5500 spinning reel. If you're not familiar with the Spinfishers, the main thing that you need to know about them is that they are watertight, or they have seals. So basically Penn has put a seal around here, around the body, in the drag, in the cup, so that when the reel gets wet, whether it gets splashed or it gets dunked or in the salt water while surf fishing, or because it's splashed while you're fishing from a boat, well, it's in the gunnel maybe, and you're running, it gets all wet, water and salt won't penetrate the reel, which is great. So your failure rate is going to go down significantly. With most reels, you get sand in there, salt, it's going to cake up and eventually cause the reel to fail if it doesn't fail on that first trip. Sometimes we don't think about how damaging the salt water can be, but it can really, really mess up reels. They're basically machines. I mean, imagine putting your toaster in the salt water or coffee maker and see what happens to it. I mean, but this reel is made to handle it. It's made to handle the element, the salt water, and it really is a significant upgrade from the old series and from everything else that's out there right now, other than stuff like Van Staal or Z-Bass, things that are fully sealed. This reel isn't fully sealed. So the only thing you can't do with this that you can do with the Van Staal is you can't reel or turn the handle while it's underwater. You'll get some leakage in there, but otherwise you'll be just fine. All metal body, is nice and lightweight, perfect for surf fishing. If you got an 8, 9, or 10-foot rod, this would be a perfect reel. It's going to hold over 300 yards of 30-pound test braid. You see you've got the braid ready spool right there, so you don't need mono backing. Excuse me. We still use some in the store just to make it extra secure, but you can just use that and tie the braid directly to that. It's got the braid rings on it, so you can tell exactly where you are, 1/3, 2/3, and full. Really nice drag system on these reels. Puts out 30 pounds of drag at max, which is tremendous for a spinning reel of this size. All metal body, so it's going to hold up well over time. And it weighs in at just 20.4 ounces, so it's not that heavy. The handle's nice and comfortable. You can see it's smooth. It's got 6 ball bearings in there. One of the things that I like to point out when I'm talking about the Spinfishers is the bail. It's got what they call a friction trip system, which basically means as you get closer to flipping it over, it slows down. So when you're open like this, you can go and you can even turn this and try and flip it over, and it's just not going to happen. I mean, I've held this in my hand and really gone at it, and it just does not flip over on its own, which is great. Especially if you're surf fishing with those expensive lures and you don't want to lose anything. You cut off, you lose a $20 lure. That's not a fun day. So anyway, this is the Penn Spinfisher SSV 5500 spinning reel. They retail for $160, which isn't bad for the features, and they're in stock and available at jnh.com.